From Jazwares and their AEW Supreme collection, this is the Walmart exclusive CM Punk. If you don't know what these guys are, basically these are the AEW equivalent of the Ultimate Edition WWE figures. You basically get two figures in one most of the time. You can see here we got CM Punk. Here on the side we have an extra lower body and an extra shirt, and then over here we got heads and belts and hands. Like I said, the whole point of this is basically you get a figure that can take on multiple different looks. This CM Punk, you might notice the flap is already open. Well, that's just because it seems that someone broke the tape but didn't take anything. So that means I got this guy for cheaper. But now let's actually open him up. Straight out of the box, this is what your CM Punk will look like. He has the old Spider-Man hand, the Devil's Horns hands, microphone, jacket on. You might also notice this plastic. I want to call this out because I think it's a really nice thing. So, cloth material can stain an action figure. As you can see, they put plastic around the figure in order to ensure it doesn't stain. If you want to take that stuff off, well, first we'll pop that off, boop, and then pop that back in. That's a nice thing about the AEW figures too, is the fact that it's very easy to pop them apart. Makes them great for if you're a customizer, kit basher. Also makes it easy to put jackets on and off. You can see throughout the sleeves. Come on, get this off. Get this off. Am I going to take the... Yeah, I'm just going to have to take the arm out. Doop. Just a little bit of a thing. And yes, it is annoying. I want to be the first to say that. It's annoying that you do this, but at the same time, it means that the figure doesn't stain. It means that you can get it with a little bit of security. So, yeah. Also, I love how the tattoos look. We're going to get into this figure looks in a sec. I just want to call that out now because, hey, I'm looking at it. There's already been staining. There's already been staining. Yeah, especially right there on the shoulder. You can see a little black smudge. All that, and it didn't even keep the staining off. Oh, well. That's how it goes sometimes. Had the same exact issue with the Ring of Honor CM Punk that AEW put out. Alright, put the microphone back in your hand, Punk. There we go. Alright. Just taking a closer look, and I like this CM Punk head sculpt a lot. It's not quite as gray as it should be, but it still works. And you can see all of the great painted detail throughout to get his tattoos. Looks phenomenal. I'll always point this out. There's your off-brand Pepsi. Here's your off-brand Cobra. The Cobra tattoo looks better, obviously. But yeah, so the CM Punk figure looks amazing. You also get a pretty impressive suite of articulation. So you have a universal at the head, ball joint. You have a universal at the shoulder as well as a butterfly. You can see that they painted the tattoos to stretch as the figure does. Upper arm cut, double jointed elbow, universal at the wrist, diaphragm joint and a waist joint down here. Universal at the hip, thigh cut, double jointed knee, boot cut, rocker down here as well as up and down, and a toe joint that is very tight. Wow. So, good range of articulation. Definitely comparable to a multiple Mattel Ultimate Edition, which, again, that's kind of what these guys are the equivalent of. But where they totally, surpass the Mattel figures is their accessory count. So straight out of the box, you have CM Punk. He's holding his microphone. He also has his jacket here. You can see his logo here on the back. Best in the world. Don't like this jacket at all. It doesn't feel great. Doesn't look great. But you do have an extra shirt. The Best in the World shirt. No sleeves here, but hey, it's there if you'd like it. You have multiple hand options. So, you have two of these kind of open hands like you're doing chops. You have two of what I'm going to call the Spider-Man hands. Two closed fists and two grippy hands. That's all good. They all have the tattoos as they should. Alongside that, we get multiple head sculpts. So we have this kind of happy head sculpt on there right now. You can have Screaming Angry. More put together, like before a match with his hair slicked back. And this sneer. I like this sneer one a lot. And then we got the AEW belt. What an ugly belt. Not knocking AEW, but I've never liked how their belt looks. It's too much. And then you also have a completely different lower body for Punk. If you want to use that, we're just going to pop off his waist, pop him back on there, and there we go. Now you have Camo Punk, if you want Camo Punk. All the accessories snap in and out incredibly easily, allowing you to get literally dozens of different looks for your CM Punk figure. I'm usually not a big fan of how these AEW figures feel, but the Supremes are usually a treat. I still adore their Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk is definitely a good one. You get a plethora of options, both clothing and accessory. You get so many different heads and hands, and even a completely different pair of trunks. It's a great figure. I understand that a lot of people are kind of burnt out on CM Punk right now. Trust me, I get it. But me personally, I'm really happy that the guy's back in WWE. I like the stuff they're doing with him, and I'm happy to have this figure on the shelf right now. So, yeah, CM Punk. I wonder how many views this video is going to get.